Okay. Let me see. That's okay, Nana. Sorry, y'all. I'm talking to my dog. My little dog daughter. I'm trying to see if you guys can hear me. I'm miserable. I haven't been able to speak to you guys. Plus, I've been working every day. And let me see if my live came through. I don't have. I can't even get my live up.
He threatened to blackmail the entire music industry.
I can't. I can't seem to get my. You guys, I don't even know if you guys can hear me. I think you can. Okay, let's see if you guys can hear me.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Hey, you see my little black kitty? Girl. Y'all, guys, girl. I got girls that are guys. I don't care. I got something to talk about today because Clive Davis, the person that I knew was over everything, you know, I met as a teenager at 14. And Clive, he wasn't right there at the time David Geffen was. He was the main person that was right there. Um, always I just felt like if I had a bigger um stage like Whitney Houston had, that I would be big as Whitney Houston. And I did not sing anybody else's songs. Although I am on um Giving Him Something He Could Feel by In Vogue. I'm on a song with no music with them and a few of my best friends as a teenager, or the other cheerleaders of the boys club we were in. And let me tell you guys this. So I've met Clive Davis and he came to meet me, and all I could do is write. All I could do is write. I really wasn't a really good singer, and I really wasn't going to try to push myself to be a really good singer. I had cousins and my auntie, they loved to sing in the church, but I just was not that kind of singer. I just was not. I was more like my auntie, being my father's older sister, not the eldest, but the second oldest, Maya Angelou. You would be what the media calls her. My auntie Annie, she was a lyricist. She was like a poetess. Is that how you say it, poetess? And I don't know. When I forgot my first diary, I saw music, and that's what I started writing. I started writing songs like Rehab, Unfaithful, Stay, um, Be Better Have My Money. It would come to my head and I would have I had to have at least 3 minutes on each song. So I would have a whole 3 minutes going in my head of songs that I liked. Hey y'all. I couldn't hear y'all on my phone, so I wanted to update everybody. Hi, I see one person in here. But it don't matter. It don't matter. Cause I'm not getting paid for chats. But what I want to say, I understand. I didn't get this. I'm not out there in California, so I can't be at the Clive Davis remembrance or whatever. And and so I'm not out there. I'm not out there for a lot of stuff, but because I had to move, I felt like I had to move. And I'm telling y'all, everything they think, these people that were in the industry, that got into the industry and completely controlled it, they thought that Clive Davis sat back and just collected people's music. That's what they were thinking all this time. Well, we just sit back. We don't have to be in music. We can just um, sit back and uh, grab people's music and take a couple of uh, dimes and nickels off of it and throw it back to them. This is what a lot of the producers were thinking that they could do. Clive Davis, I don't know what kind of education he had, but he was very smart. Trust me. You know, you could sit up there on a picture and smile. Well, I'm probably on a picture with him. But you know what? He was not one to play games with you. He was not. So I wanted to tell you guys that it's going to be different, just like it was for the. And I think he might have been a military vet. Just because of the way my father acted as a military veteran, he he was so precise in everything that he did, and that goes for the Playboy guy too. Playboy entrepreneur. I talked to him, um, Hugh Hefner. I talked to him, and I'm just talking about talked because he invited me. He was like, "You can stay if you want to. You can come up here and stay," because he knew I was afraid for a lot of people afraid of a lot of people that were destroying our neighborhood. Also, I wanted to tell y'all about Foster Silvers. God bless his family at this time because he was a childhood friend of ours. They would all come out and sing a song harmonizing it. And everybody in the neighborhood in Compton would be dancing. We would dance. Well, and I must have been about 4 years old. And when it was time for me to dance, I tried my best to dance, even though I couldn't dance. And then my brother, my brother, he came in. He couldn't dance. None of us could. So he would put on his skates, and when they were singing freestyle, they were clapping and stuff. He would be skating, doing all these skating. Oh, he was something else. Yeah. So what I wanted to tell you guys, and if you did not go through that, you was not from Compton. Okay. My mother moved from one street two streets over or something like that in Compton. And I was born in a home in Los Angeles. So I had a home. My father bought a house, and we were all living in a home when I was born. But people kept breaking into our house when we weren't there. So my mother decided to move to Compton and said, "Well, we'll just downsize." And that's where she was harmed at. But I wanted to let you guys know. So you guys think that Clive Davis had something to do with Sean Puffy Combs? No, Sean Puffy Combs was stealing everything he could. He he and I thought for a second, I thought that Sean Combs would outlive Clive Davis, but in a wrong way, because they were dead set on trying to get whatever Clive Davis had. If Clive Davis passed, they would be in his house trying to take everything they had at the end of the day. Okay. That's how bad that they were trying to get something. And you know what? That wasn't my thing. And my father was never like that either. I don't even think my father probably did meet Clive Davis. That goes to show. Because they were all intelligent. My father was very intelligent, baby. And Clive Davis was one of them. Geffen is the one. Uh, Hugh Hefner was one. We wasn't playing with no little boys. Like these little boys that they got coming in here, talk all on the internet, high signing and all that. No, that wasn't what we were. That was not what we were into. No, we were not into that. That wasn't what we were following. You guys might think that we were following them because they got so many views on their page. Baby, look here. They following themselves. We was never, we was never following them people. And also, so that's what I learned. That's why I don't understand how somebody could possibly um and the reason why certain people have the things that they have is not because they were peace-tuted or anything like that in the industry. They were stealing. They were stealing, robbing, whether it be Macy's or whatever. They were stealing and robbing. They had one person that was a security and had could take her GUN anywhere she wanted, all on flights and stuff through the airport, and found out she was 187 in people. So I'm telling y'all, and then had the nerve to try to blame me. I'm like, oh no, oh, are you serious? No, no, not me. I'm as low and low key as I could be. I'm not no one trying to um do anything as far as trying to steal from people and stuff like that. Don't touch that. Yeah, so I wanted to let you guys in on that. I couldn't use my phone. Hi there. I couldn't use my phone to talk to you guys because for some reason my phone won't go through with this service that I got. But I wanted to let you guys know. No, we had some intelligent men. And I'm not talking about, middle intelligent. I'm talking about high class, intelligent men that we were around. And Clive Davis was one. Geffen is another one. Um, who else? Um, Hugh Hefner was one. And all of them are really old, getting really, really old. My father was one. Very intelligent man. Very intelligent. And all these guys you seeing, these young dudes or whatever they call it, they want to be young. These dudes are not young. They came into the music industry to take from everybody. It is not the same. It is not the same. Right now, I'm trying to get somebody to. I already have someone. I'm praying to get my music and get my royalties right to this day because I'm not going trying to. I'm not going trying to turn into no, all out there and trying to have somebody to look at me. Hey, that's me. That's me. No, I'm not on that. No, I'm not on that. I'm not on that. I want myself to be who I am. That's what I put the words out there for. Not for me to be in front of a camera every time you look up. And I haven't had anybody contact me and say, "Hey, why don't you get dressed up and go and meet us all at the so and so?" No, they don't say that. Most of the time, they with guys all the time. Other guys are with guys, And I don't. It's not too many girls left that I sang with. It's not too many of them left because I don't know if they lived the high life or the fast life or what, but I don't know. And I don't have that much. Oh, yesterday was my birthday. Yeah, and I turned 64, and life is different. Once you get this age that I am, life is it's a lot different. You know, too many things don't really money does. When you know you got some money, you don't beg for more. You know you got enough to do whatever you have to do, you don't beg for more. That's one thing I learned. I don't beg for more money if I already have enough to do the things I need. But I have to get some money for this bathroom, 10 grand. I have to get some money for my big bathroom over there. But other than that, I wanted to thank you guys for subscribing to my page, because my page has over 1,000 views now. Nobody I'm not even worried about TikTok and Instagram and all that. I'm not even worried about that. I wanted somebody that I could talk to, you know. And I'm glad that everything is going forward, because I got enough. I don't have enough to pay everything and everybody right now, but I'm hoping and praying that if I can get 50, 20 grand, I would be happy, because I can pay all my bills off. And I wanted to thank you guys for that, for subscribing to my channel. But that's all I wanted to say. I don't want to hold everybody, and I want to thank you for subscribing. And I'll talk to you guys soon when I have something else to say. Talk to you soon. Bye.